Kick-ass facts. Old-timey words that need to make a comeback. Pew, 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 pew! Brabble, meaning to argue stubbornly about trifles. I can be a bit of a brabbler myself. In noun form, noisy, quarrelsome chatter. The word originated from the Middle Dutch, brabbelen, and eventually morphed into the more recognized jabber. Crapulous has a long and respectful history. Originating in the 1500s, not surprisingly, it does relate to feeling unwell. However, it relates specifically to feeling unwell after indulging in too much eating or drinking. Usually on Sunday mornings, I feel a little bit crapulous. Bus. In the 16th century, the word bus referred to a kiss, especially a loud or exuberant one. Derived from the Middle English term bassin, which means to kiss, the world's first known use was somewhere around 1570. Snout fair dates to the 1500s and refers to a person's appearance, in particular the appearance of someone you find charming and handsome, even if it's a little devilish. Tom Hardy is a total snout fair. Quacker wodger. It's as fun to say as you think it is. Say it with me. Quacker wodger. That's right. In the 1850s, it referred to a marionette. As time went on, it began to take on a political meaning, as in a politician whose actions are controlled by someone else. The governor used to be a stand-up guy, but now he's a quacker wodger. Zafty. It's now a brand name for a tabletop game company, but back in the 19th century, it was an insult given to a person who was easily imposed upon, someone you'd refer to as a doormat or a pushover. Don't be such a zafty. Stand up for yourself. Rum peeper. Upper-class women in the late 1600s polished their coifs in front of rum peepers, what we now call mirrors. Contumelious. Contumelious. Not as much fun to say as quacker wodger. It was often used in literature to refer to someone who was insolent or arrogantly rude and disrespectful. I'm feeling like see you next Tuesday kind of came from contumelious. Obambulate refers to wandering around with no direction or purpose. Its last recorded use was around the late 1600s. Let's bring it back because sometimes I like to wander around my neighborhood just obambulating. Hugger-mugger appeared in the 1520s. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it was used in two completely different ways. First, as a synonym for a secret act, their affair was hugger-mugger, and secondly, to mean disorderly, confused, or an untidy in a way that lacks order. The Blu-ray bin at Walmart is hugger-mugger. Cacoethes, also fun to say. Cacoethes. From the 1560s, it is an irresistible urge to do something inadvisable, ill habit, wickedness, or an itch for doing something. And if you succumb to that itch, then you wake up the next morning feeling crapulous. Collywobbles. Intense anxiety and nervousness, especially with stomach queasiness. I'm glad we don't call it that anymore because I think like generalized anxiety would not be taken as seriously if we called it collywobbles. Desiderata is a plural noun with a singular form being meaning things wanted or needed. Elflock, hair matted as if by elves. When I woke up this morning, my hair was knotted in elf locks. Foozle, to bumble or make a mess of. I thought I had the skills to do that, but I foozled it. I feel like this is the kind of word that people who don't swear would use in place of fuck. Like instead of saying I fucked it up, they're like, I foozled it. It doesn't have the same panache. Fudgel, to pretend to work when one is not doing anything. I bet you're fudgling right now. I bet you are. Grandiloquent, pompous or extravagant in language, style, or manner, especially when used in a way that is intended to impress. Malapert, boldly disrespectful to a person of higher standing. Odiose, serving no practical purpose or result. Scurryfunge, to hastily tidy a house. If you call me and say you're going to be here in 10 minutes, I'm going to scurryfunge. Fubsy, chubby or squat. And finally, muliebrity, the condition of being a woman, femininity. Bask in my muliebrity.